40 years ago. And what were we fighting about anyway? What was that? But that's material, and yeah. Sorry. So Prabhupada talks in this purport about how devotees, we can wear any kind of clothes to preach Krishna consciousness. The tactic of dressing oneself like an ordinary karmi is necessary because everyone in the Dhamaya kingdom is against the Vaishnava teachings. And of course, Prabhupada was writing this at a time of the book distribution getting stronger and stronger, and all the temples and the Radha Damodar party and everything. And so devotees, very early, devotees always used to go out in their dhotis and saris to distribute books. But then it became a thing and a controversy where devotees would started going out in their karmi clothes, but the karmi clothes are anything other than dhoti and kurta and sari. Those are karmi. I have my karmi pants. Yeah. Anyway, so it became a controversy in Prabhupada. And first he said that devotees should go out dressed like devotees, but then I don't know the details of who was pressing the idea of going out in karmi clothes and who was against it. But it was some controversy at the time. And then Prabhupada, he said that it was okay. It was good if that's what helps the book distribution. Prabhupada was very much, all he wanted to do was get his books distributed, the most important thing. And if it meant going out in coat, pants, hat, Prabhupada said a couple times, you think I don't know coats, pants, hat? I know coats, pants, hat. So when he was a businessman, I think he used to go around in coats, pants, hat. I don't think he was going to visit the different pharmacies to sell his pharmaceuticals in his dhoti and kurta. I think he was wearing his karmi clothes. Anyways, he said that I know coats, pants, hat. So he okayed it, and sometimes devotees took it to extreme, like around Christmas time. It became a popular thing, at least in the United States, that during the Christmas marathon, that devotees would go out to mostly collecting, not well, sometimes distributing and collecting, but a lot of times it was just collecting Lakshmi, and they go out in Santa Claus outfits. And we had a few Santa Claus outfits in this temple, and some devotees went out like that. And they would go up to somebody and go, ho, 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 Santa wants you to give a donation. And they would collect a lot of Lakshmi. And anyway, sometime they kind of, St. Patrick's Day, they go out in like a green leprechaun. But I took it kind of to extremes. But there was a lot of Lakshmi collected, a lot of books distributed, and anyway, the thing, and Prabhupada approved of it in purports like this one and in certain, in other places. And of course, nowadays, like you guys are going out in your dhotis and you're being successful on the streets. And there are many devotees around the United States now who are going out in their dhotis and tilak and saris, and they're having very good Rita Money when she was here. She was going out in her sari. And anyway, so there are a lot of devotees are doing it now, and they're doing good. They're collecting a lot of Lakshmi and distributing a lot of books. So it can definitely be done. But anyway, the point is the point of the purport is that as Prabhupada says here, as soon as they see a Vaishnava dressed in saffron garments with beads on his neck and tilak on his forehead, they are immediately irritated. They criticize the Vaishnavas by sarcastically saying, Hare Krishna. And some people also chant Hare Krishna sincerely. In either case, since Hare Krishna is absolute, whether one chants it jokingly or sincerely, it will have its effect. And that's the example Prabhupada gives of if there's a fire, it doesn't matter if a little child touches it who doesn't know it will burn him, or if an adult touches the fire who does know that it will burn him. In either case, it will burn whoever touches it. So that's the example. So Vaishnavas, anyone who's sarcastically or sincerely, and that often happens. Generally, people, I mean, it's always a spectrum of all, when you go out in public and preach, chant Hare Krishna, or distribute book, it's always a big spectrum. There's a few people on one side that really like it, and a few people on the other side who really don't like it. And then there's all the people somewhere in the middle, not like that, or yeah, I kind of like that. But it's always a variety of people out there, but everyone is touched by the chanting of the holy name, and oftentimes people come by and they dance. They dance as they're walking by, uh, and or chant with us for a little while, either arrogantly, sarcastically, or sincerely, just getting into it. And and it always has its effect. The Prabhupada said that they generally become immediately irritated, and that's the nature of the conditioned soul. Is when they see someone who's serious about their Krishna consciousness, and especially if they're trying to preach, uh, and in trying to influence other people to chant Hare Krishna, and they become irritated because it's a threat. They intuitively understand that because everyone is a pure spirit of soul, so there's something in the core of their existence where they can understand that this is a threat to our whole way of life, to our sense gratification. But we don't like it. It's bad. And so, but if they're just, yeah, so they can perceive that with their God-given intelligence and their God-given the super soul in their heart, and just awareness, as they are pure spirit soul, that these are people who really practice what they preach and they mean what they say. And not only that, but they want me to be like them. They want all of us out here to surrender to God too, to chant Hare Krishna too. They really mean it. And I feel threatened because I know that they're right. At the core of the heart of the determined atheist is a sense from the super soul, the Krishna in the heart, that they're right. You should surrender to Krishna. this is what you should be doing too. So that's the actual essence of their feeling uneasy, their discomfort. That they really mean it. They want me to surrender to Krishna too, and they're right. But I'm not done. They're not going to catch me wearing a bed sheet and shaving my head and dancing in public. You're not going to get me doing that. But in the core of their heart, they know that it's right. I know, and I know the first time I saw the devotees, different from other conditioned souls. I took it more seriously, more quickly. But everyone is a pure spirit soul, just like me. So as soon as I saw the devotees, there was a feeling like that in the heart that these people are serious about their Krishna consciousness, their God consciousness, and they're right. And this is what I'm convinced as I've gone on more and more in material in Krishna consciousness that there is that intuitive understanding in everyone and of Krishna consciousness is right, and that's why they feel threatened. If there wasn't any feeling like that, then why should I feel threatened? It's like somebody who wears a rainbow colored dyed hair. You might see them, you might think, oh, that's really weird. And they say, well, I'm not going to do that. That's insane. I do that. Why should I do that? But you see the devotees, and there's Krishna tells us that, yeah, well, maybe they look crazy to you, but they're right. And you don't have to dye your head different colors, but you do have to change. You do have to surrender to God. That's what you're meant for. Amen. Thus, what was done by Hiranyakashipu long, long ago is still being done. That is the way of materialistic life. Demons or materialists do not at all like the advancement of Krishna consciousness. They try to hinder it in many ways. Yet the preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement must go forward in their Vaishnava dress or any other dress for the purpose of preaching. Chanaka Pandit says that if an honest person deals with a great cheater, it is necessary for him to become a cheater also, not for the purpose of cheating, but to make his preaching successful. And Prabhupada said that also that in preaching all cheating, not all cheating, but not all preaching in general is a cheating proposition. You go to somebody, just chant Hare Krishna, just say Hare Krishna, just come to the temple and have a delicious feast. That's all we want. And but what we really want, what Krishna really wants, is that they give up everything and surrender to Krishna. But we don't say that in the beginning. We say it after a little while, but we don't say it in the very beginning. Prabhupada said that. He said, I had to cheat all of you. Tried to trick. He said, I'm trick. He didn't say cheat in that. He said trick. He said, I'm very trickish. And Prabhupada was very trickish. We don't you say it like that, and we don't say trickish. But Prabhupada said it like that. And everybody knew what he meant. It's like a really nice way of saying it. I'm very trickish. I had to trick all of you. So preaching is basically trickery. It's cheating. We're cheating them out of their sense gratification, and but for the purpose of giving them Krishna consciousness, parental Prabhupada's example is the parent will trick a child into taking his medicine. And preaching is cheating, it's trickery, but it's necessary because all the conditioned souls are cheaters and always trying to get out of doing what's best for them, what they know is right. And so the preacher has to cheat them, trick them. Does anyone have any questions or
how you experience the cheating of devotees in your life?
in my life? The normal way. The standard ISKCON way. Come to the temple, chant Hare Krishna, chant and be happy. I knew what I was getting into. I mean, I didn't need a lot of trickery, didn't need a lot of cheating. A lot of the devotees, they're coming from out there, but they don't need much tricking because it doesn't take long. You just read the Bhagavad Gita as it is one time, and it's not hard to see what Prabhupada wants, what Krishna wants. The real, so, but but it's a common practice. And ultimately, ultimately in the final analysis, when Krishna says, "Just give up everything else and surrender to me," that's something that I've been seeing more and more lately. Is that when Krishna says everything, he means everything, and everything. It's like I've been going along for a long time in Krishna consciousness, chanting and hearing and serving, doing this and that. And yes, I want to go back to Godhead. I want to do this. I want to be your eternal servitor, and please accept me. But more and more lately, I've been having a little realization what I've actually been asking for, which is like to completely surrender to Guru and Krishna eternally, ever, 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 like every minute, every, and it's heavy.